Hi everybody, it's Robin here, and I just want to talk a little bit about why I've realized that I'm kind of unique. There are very few people who have gone through, as far as their weight loss surgery, what I have gone through. And I never realized this until I really started looking around and realized that there were very, very few people who gained back a large chunk of their weight, if not all of their weight, and then lost it again. So, I when I went into my surgery, I weighed 315. When my son was born, when I got pregnant with my son, I was somewhere between 200 and 205. These numbers, I generally am tending to guesstimate a lot of these middle numbers because I didn't weigh every day or all the time once I reached a weight I was pretty happy with, especially because I got married, and when you're newlywed, you've got other things on your mind than stepping on the scale every day. So I was somewhere around there, and then after I had my son, I was 218, and I dropped 18 pounds immediately after giving birth to him. Was put on fenugreek and was eating a lot of food because my breast milk was not coming like it should, and ended up gaining 34 pounds from that. And then I stayed at 234 for quite a while. And when I got pregnant with my daughter, I had just lost a little bit of weight. And then with my daughter, I got up to somewhere close to 280. I don't know exactly what I was at the end there, but I was pretty darn close to 280. And now I am 229. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, I was 229 in my last official weigh-in. As of this morning, I was 228, and as of a few minutes ago, I did a midway myself because I ended up, it was a little bit blocked up, and I was able to go. Sorry about the too much information there, but, and so I weighed myself, and I was 227. So, not sure exactly what that will mean. That could just mean I'll gain it all back as soon as I eat something. I don't know, but anyways. So I'm somewhere right around there. So I've got about 20 pounds left to lose to get to where I was when I had my son. So that's pretty awesome. And then about 13 pounds beyond that, 14, something like that, to get down to my lowest after surgery weight. And then hopefully I can get beyond that to my goal of hopefully maybe 175, or my surgeon's goal of I think it was 160, 165, something like that. We'll see how I do, but it depends on how I look and how I feel. I am very, very tall, and I have a very large bone structure, and I looked pretty good when I was, in the early 190s, so we'll see. Depends on how I feel when I get there. But anyhow, I thought that was kind of strange, because I always thought, what do I have to offer the community? The community always gives me so much. I look through and I find all these videos, and I find so much inspiration, and all these people that have been doing it or that have done it, and they lost all their weight and they haven't had any kids, they haven't gained any back, and they're just doing great and they're trucking on. And I see these other people that are, that are still new, and so they're just in the fast losing phase, or these people who've been, 12 years and they had one child and it wasn't traumatic, and they gained, maybe 20 pounds, and they're sitting there and, they're struggling to get that 20 pounds off. But, those people who've gained a whole lot back just don't really seem to be out there. The ones who are proving that it can be done even 8 years later. I realized that I do have something to give back. I can make videos and talk about, what I did to maintain in between my children, and how I'm doing this now that I'm losing again, and how I'm going to get down, and you guys can watch me and you can see from my oldest YouTube video, you know, how much heavier I was, and that wasn't even my biggest. So, you know, I can still drop weight pretty fast, and, you know, it's impressive, because you hear about, you know, I mean, well, everybody always talks about the honeymoon period, and I experienced the honeymoon period too, the period where you don't have to work for it. You know, I mean, I definitely suggest to anyone who's out there to use that time to get yourself, you know, into that habit of thinking of food as a fuel. During that time when food is almost disgusting to you, and you know, your stomach is hurting, you don't want to eat, and you can eat 2 bites and you're full, use that time to look at food in a different way. Because I did it first, I did it really well, and then I started dating my husband, and I kind of let a little bit in here and a little bit in there, and you know, that got me up a little bit from my lowest weight. And then after we got married, I started to lose a little bit of the weight, and that's when I got pregnant with my son. So, you know, if you use that time to really think of food as a fuel, what do these things mean? You know, what is food really? Because food is not, you know, just something delicious that, you know, for me, I eat for memory. You know, I'm not an emotional eater exactly. I have food memories. You know, it's like people who have the sense memories, the smell memories, and the, you know, the audible memories. You know, where they hear a sound or they smell a perfume and it brings back a person or a time or a place or something like that. For me, food does that. You know, there are foods that I eat that I don't even necessarily like the taste of. I mean, I can thank my father for the fact that I can eat Brussels sprouts right now, because, you know, it was because of my father that I even tried them or continued to eat them, based on the fact that I didn't like them. So for me, that's my blessing and curse at the same time. So taking this time now to go back to looking at food like fuel and saying, okay, well, what does protein do for your body? When I eat a piece of chicken and I am getting in, you know, 20 some grams of protein, depending on how big the piece of chicken is, and say around 5 grams of fat, and, you know, 0.7 carbs, whatever I'm getting, depending on the size of chicken. What is that doing? You know, what do the carbs do? What do the fats do? What do the proteins do? Why does my body need these things? And how does it use them? You know, if you look at it, my kids, they have not been behaving today, and they are having such a hard time with it. All right, I'm going to try and finish this up real fast because it's getting long anyhow, and so yeah. But anyhow. All right, that I think is about the end of this one. Anyhow, you know, start looking into that, start thinking about it, and really start training yourself to look at food in a new way, think about food in a new way, and to really focus on your portion sizes. Get used to using measuring cups, get used to using teaspoons and tablespoons and things like that. Don't just get in the habit of looking at things by sight and saying, oh, I've been doing this long enough, I know by now. You don't know. You don't realize until you really measure something out, you don't realize how much. I have a video in here where I actually I used to just lick my fingers when I was making my kids peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I would eat a little bit of crust. And then I actually made a video showing that I was eating about, I can't remember exactly how much of it, but I think it ended up being like a half a teaspoon of peanut butter and a half teaspoon of jelly and almost a full slice of bread. And it adds up, you know. You don't think it is, but it does. And so, yeah, just, you know, keep an eye out. Think about what you are eating, and think about how you're going to use this time that your body is not hungry and in fact kind of doesn't like food, how you're going to use that to change your thinking about food, because changing your mind is the only way that you're really going to get the kind of lifestyle change that you'll need to carry this not just now, but into the future, and even to get back on track, you know, if you've gained back weight over the years because of, you know, whatever circumstances, be it, you know, bed rests and hospital stays, or, you know, during pregnancy, or, you know, fenugreek after pregnancy, or just plain old letting yourself snack, because, you know, those are all my downfalls, you know, the bed rest, the pregnancies, the fenugreek, but also letting myself snack. You know, I let myself snack through my pregnancies to make sure I was getting in enough calories, but I didn't stop myself afterwards. I didn't go back to eating 4 meals. No, I just grazed all day long, and, you know, didn't really ever have a meal because I had little ones, and, you know, you have to go fast, and you have to be able to keep up with them, and you tend to eat what they eat a lot of the times, which is not healthy. And so, you know, now I've kind of changed things around to where I'm trying to get them to eat healthy like I'm doing now. And it's not so easy with little ones, especially when you have one that doesn't like to eat fruits and vegetables. But, you know, I'm trying, and slowly but surely we're getting there. So anyhow, I'm going to let you go because, like I said, this video is getting long, and I think we're at about probably 11-12 minutes at this point. So have a great day. If you're trying to lose, I hope you're losing, and if you're trying to maintain, I hope you're maintaining, and everyone else, I hope you're having a great day. And always feel free, any of my videos, please feel free to subscribe, feel free to comment, feel free to leave a video comment, feel free to thumbs up if you like it, feel free to thumbs up if you don't. Anyhow, thank you for all my new subscribers, and if I'm not subscribed to you and I'm not watching your videos and commenting, please comment to me so that I know, because I really try, but it's so hard to pick out who the new people are in the subscriptions, because it's not easy. You basically have to go through every person, and anyone you don't actively recognize, you have to click them and see, oh, am I subscribed? Yes, I am. And so it's really hard to kind of find everybody that's new. So please, you know, if I'm not commenting to you or watching your videos or subscribed to you, then please leave a comment. Tell me you watch my videos, and that you make videos of your own, and I would love to watch your journey too. I'm looking for support here just like everyone else. I'm still on this journey, and I will be till the day I die. So, you know, we're all here together to support each other, and please feel free to, you know, leave your information, because even if you feel like you don't have anything to say, just like me, you know, I realize that, you know, I can help people, even though even though some would consider my weight loss surgery a failure, in some ways I'm a bigger success than a lot of people, because, as I said, you know, I've lost. Now I'm almost back down to 100 pounds lost, whereas I had gotten to the point where I was at about 35 pounds lost. So, you know, so I mean, it shows that I have something more than I realized, and you do too. So make sure that you're, you know, letting everybody know. Yeah. Have a good one. I'm going to end it at that. Thanks. Bye.